I'm James. Welcome to Inkjet Air Force. What we're going to do here is we're going to build a very inexpensive and very disposable radio control plane. I've got hundreds of designs. I've designed since 2009. I've got some patents on some designs, but we're not going to cover those designs at this point. We're going to cover some basic designs that's going to be interchangeable graphics, so that we can have quite a variety of designs out there and airframes that all fly exactly alike, very well. They fly so well that a rank beginner that has nothing more than just put their hands on the sticks can fly it very easily with a little bit of assistance, not much. Some people don't even need assistance, but we recommend it. But for those that really want something to perform, these planes have a very high power to weight ratio. And because of that, and the high rates that are set on the transmitter and the large control surfaces, you can actually do quite a few wild and crazy maneuvers with them, and flip a couple of switches and it becomes tame as a pussycat. I mean, just very, very tame. Easy to fly, easy to land, very, very predictable. But then you can have a lot of fun with them. Total cost of the plane, excluding electronics and your motor and things of that nature, could be as little as $5. That typically goes for just a couple dollars for the graphics and the templates, a little bit for the ink and the paper and some glue that you're going to use to put it together. You'll have a little money maybe in some of the items that it takes to assemble it. I would highly recommend the glue gun, although you can use other things to put it together. I'll show you some of the things that we need to assemble these. You're not going to see me much in the picture. Sometimes you will, but not a whole lot. It's going to be more about just seeing what I'm doing. There's going to be a lot of pictures. There's going to be a lot of written instructions on the screen. It's going to be basically one or two airframe designs and a lot of different graphics that'll be available for them in order to make them look completely different. So let's, without much more ado, let me mention one other thing. I do provide the care for my wife, which is terminal with a severe rare form of Alzheimer's, and I am her only caregiver, and so I don't get to put the time in it that I want to put in like I did back in the early days. But I'll do what I can in order to keep up with the new designs out there and try to get them out so people can enjoy them. I've had a lot of fun over the years with these things. I've probably designed at least 150, 200 designs. All flew extremely well. But I did find out the cheaper and more economical and disposable they are, the more you can fly them like you stole them. And that's what it's all about. Let's have some fun flying these things. You can go buy, there's tons of designs out there, ready-made, ones that's, ready-made, bind and fly, all kinds of different ones that you can spend a lot of money. Typically they go for about $100 and up, to several hundred and even thousands of dollars. If that's what you want to do, if you can afford that, that's fine. Most of my life I haven't been able to afford a whole lot, so I have to just basically build and get by and design my own stuff. I'm sitting in like a little mini shop, warehouse kind of that's probably got 50, 60 airframes in it. I may give you a tour someday. It's not very big, but it's got a lot of airframes in it, of all kinds of designs. But the most important ones are the ones that the cheapest and fly the best and completely the wildest abilities, best flying that you can possibly dream of. We've got some very unusual designs, but we're going to kind of stay with the basic one. This design here is the one we're going to be talking about, and I'm going to be showing you some things. This is I call it the flagship. This was flagship USA 1. Okay, if you can envision, I'll create these same flowing flags for each country, so each country can have their own, fly their own plane with their own flags. Or if you want to have combat, get a bunch of guys and have combat and fly different countries, do it. And then there's the state flags as well, the United States flag, like Tennessee, where I'm at, South Carolina, North Carolina. I can create a flag ship for each one of those. So we have one design and a lot of different graphics. And then there's other things that I'll do with this design as well. We'll have a lot of fun with this one design. It is a very good flying design, easy to fly, and really high performance, and it's extremely simple, and did I say cheap? Anyway, you can cheaply build you a bunch of them if you want. Here's three right here, 3 planes. I just printed them out, ready to build. They're all the same, the USA 1. We're going to talk about that one first. But there's other flags that we'll be able to do. And there's other designs we'll talk about in the future. Here's one that uses that has an eagle in it, screaming eagle. You might could kind of see how this is put together with a screaming eagle. If I find it, there's his head. You can see that. There's the screaming eagle. It's a crazy ball design, and we'll get into that in the future. But anyway, here's some of the things you're going to need. Always going to need a little bit of tape. Wouldn't hurt to have the wide 2-inch tape as well too, with some sort of dispenser. I'll grab one of those here. That's a dispenser that you can put refills in it. It makes it quite cheap. This is our main glue that we're going to use right here. You can use other glues, but there's a reason for this one, because when you and the kids in school has learned out that it's really good glue. Whatever you get it on, it's purple when you put it on. It's purple, but it turns completely clear, and it disappears, but it sticks real well, and it's easy to handle and quick drying. There's 2 sizes I use. This is the small one, and this is the large one. You can buy them in multiple packs. That's the best way to buy them. Might need a pencil. An X-Acto knife is really good to have. And I put a little eraser on the back of it to keep it from rolling off the table and sticking into your foot. Think of things like that. You need to when you're dealing with knives. Here's one with break-off blades. These are nice. There's many different designs, everything down to the very cheapest one, and this is a little better one that's easier to hold and better quality. Couple of 12-inch rulers, whatever kind you got. I like the little aluminum ones, but you can use whatever you want. A yardstick is great. This is a metal one. Don't have to be metal. You can get them sometimes free at a hardware store, or very, very cheap. It's got their name on it, advertising. So it's easy to acquire, very cheap. utility knife. Ever how you want to ever design. This is an old one here. This is probably an antique. But you can buy these in a lot of different ways. The main thing is that it's important that you want to be able to change the blades out. This one's got some blades in reserve there. But just be able to quickly change them out because you're going to go through these kind of blades. This is the best kind of blade to use to cut these things out. That one and these. These are even better for some things. But the glue gun, you can get several different styles of glue guns. This is a Gorilla glue gun. You can get these with batteries in them and stuff like that. It's actually better to have the one that plug in and a little more wattage, like a low and a high on it, because you're going to need that. You want it sometimes to heat up quickly, and then you also want to be able to turn it down so you don't burn your fingers near as bad. You will burn your fingers, trust me, you will. But it's not going to be something that's more than maybe a blister or something. And you can put a little aloe vera on it if you need to. From an aloe vera plant, just break it up, put it on it, and it does wonders about making the swelling go down and heals up a lot better. But just be careful, and maybe you might not even get burnt. But I assure you, though, you're going to get your chance. Anyway, I've done the best I can on the showing you what we need in order to work with. This is pretty much it. You can use other glues that will work on foam, and that's what we use. These are made out of is foam art board at Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is the favorite one because it's made by Adams. It's the cheapest at this time, and you can peel the covering off of it very quickly. One other thing you might need is something like this. I'll get at the same store, Dollar Tree. They have a thing called Awesome Orange. You can buy it like this for like a little over $1, and you can buy one that's filled up with the same chemical, but it's a sprayer for a little over $1. And I say a little over $1. It used to be $1 until this last year or so, about last year, and they started going up. A thing called inflation. Maybe stupid politicians, maybe. But anyway, there you go. That's what you're going to need in order to peel the paper off. We'll show a video specifically on that. So I'm going to clear all this off, and we're going to put some of these together. I'll show you how to put it together rather quickly, and it'd be the same for each one of the planes. It's going to use the same techniques. Very simple, very quick. You can usually build an airplane and load it up in a couple hours once you get used to building them. And let's say you tear one all to pieces, you can't even glue it back together, or don't want to. It's just going to be too difficult. That's fine. Print out another one. Build you another one. Go out there and start with a fresh airplane. Just a couple hours later, you can be flying again if you want to. Some people just kind of prefer maybe just be flying again that day without having to be in a rush. But I've done it before numerous times. Tear one all to pieces. I go, well, there goes that one. Let's go print out another one. I got a runway back here in the back that mown like flying field. It's about the size of a small ball diamond. And we'll do our videos on that field, most of them. You'll see that. But, I built them and went back out there a couple hours later and fly another one, brand new. It's entirely possible. So it makes it possible for everybody can fly a very high performance airplane, have a lot of fun at it, replace it when it gets tore all to pieces without having to go buy another $100 airframe. That's real important if you don't have a lot of money. If you've got a lot of money, it doesn't matter. Just go buy another big, huge airplane airframe and stick it in the garbage can when you smash it. You got hundreds of dollars to do that. That's fine. Enjoy. But for those that don't, and they have to be real careful about what they spend, you can have a bunch of airframes by just printing a bunch of them up. Buy a bunch of those dollar boards, art boards, and build you a bunch of them, and just move your radio, right to the next, to the next, to the next, and buy a few extra servos because you're gonna strip them, strip the gears in them and things like that. You can buy brass gear ones, and they rarely ever strip out. So maybe that might be what you want to do. Myself, since I designed so many airplanes, I bought 50 at a time. No, I take that back. I think one of my last orders for 9-gram servos was right at 100 of them. But they were like, at the time I ordered them, $2.30-something a piece. And so you can buy 100 of them for not that much. They send them over, and so I got plenty of servos. That's the best way to buy them in bulk. Okay, we're going to clear this table off, and we're going to get to putting these things together.